Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to take a look at the Strength Final Superpower Super Saiyan God Goku Kaioken, and we're going to see just how good he is in the Omega Shenron event. Now, Super Saiyan God Goku Kaioken, otherwise known as Ssbkk for short, is a very good unit, but he does have a couple caveats. So firstly, he guards all attacks and launches an additional attack. There's a high chance of becoming a super attack when there's another Universal Survival Saga category ally attacking in the same turn for 5 turns from the start turn. This is very good, but the big issue is that it's only for 5 turns. And in events like the Omega Shenron event, he really can struggle a little bit due to the fact that he essentially will have his guard drop off at some point. Now, although his defense can get to pretty impressive heights, his defense can get to around 400k, especially with the 2-turn buff with a dupe like my one. It's still not really enough, and it's not enough to tank super attacks. Now, tanking isn't really the main thing with him. The big thing with him is being able to flush out the damage, and although a great damage dealer, you do need to obviously factor in that you need a little bit of luck and RNG. But his damage is still insane. That's something that doesn't really change with him at any given point in time, especially now that we have the int Android 17 and 18 who are able to kind of beef him up and really make him look crazy with all the support that they give. You have the ability to use his Spirit Bomb a bit more easily now, and he has obviously a 200% lead, which is pretty good. So all in all, he can still be really insane. I think the Omega Shenron event, the problem with the event is going to depend on your damage load. For example, bringing Tech War Tournament Goku, who, although a great unit, is not necessarily a unit that dishes out a lot of damage, especially until he revives. Now, if I was to maybe run a more high volume damage dealer than Tech Goku, we might be able to beat the event or get through the event a bit faster. And this is really imperative for Strength Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku. The most important thing realistically is how he can tank all of those super attacks. He needs to have that guard active, then he'll look really insane. Without the guard active, he will drop off a little bit, but he'll still be pretty good. At least from my perspective. Overall, I think he's a really great unit, and I do think he will still be he will still be really good for me, in terms of like his overall performance. I think the big thing with him is you do have to accept that he's more of a fun unit, in a sense, in inverted commas, in that you're gonna pop a Whis, let him get hit a couple times, let your health get low, throw out the Spirit Bomb, and let him do his thing. And I love that about him. And I think in the Omega Shenron event, at least right now, until we get potentially the LR Ribrianne trio, who are a very good unit that kind of facilitates his team, it might be just a bit too long for him, at least with this team build. I think if you speed through the event, if you can get another big damage dealer on the team, then I think there is a possibility that he definitely 100% could really be insane. I think that's something that's definitely a possibility, and I think the additional units that get added in will of course really help again with boosting this team, and I think for me overall, that's realistically the main goal with Goku, is the fact that essentially the primary function of him is to be this huge megaton nuclear weapon, and he feels really good like that, and he does work like that to a certain extent. Right now, the Omega Shenron, at least with my team build, currently used, is a little bit too far, but he does get to the end stage, but without guard, not great.